Justin Smith here, the scouting and recruiting analyst, Touchdown Alabama magazine. Thank you guys so much for joining me on our YouTube page today. I am here to provide you guys with some breaking news as the Tide just picked up their 20th commit in the 2021 recruiting class. This time a commitment comes from 2021 four-star defensive tackle Tim Keenan III out of Ramsey High School in Birmingham, Alabama. He becomes the Tide's fourth in-state commit, joining the likes of Deontay Lawson and Quinn Barnes and also Ian Jackson. When you look at Keenan, it is hard to find another prospect in the 2021 recruiting class who has been getting recruited by the Tide more than Keenan. This is a kid who received an offer from the Tide in June of 2018, but they seen him in camp action multiple times before that offer was even put on the table. He got on Alabama's radar actually as a middle schooler. He attended one of Nick Saban's football camps as a middle schooler, and he actually was bumped up to the high school side of things to compete with some high school kids, and he really impressed. And ever since that moment, every time he came to a Nick Saban football camp, Nick Saban would conversate with his father, and once he became a freshman, Nick Saban told Tim Keenan that we are putting some effort into your recruitment. You are going to be one of the guys that we are going to recruit moving forward. Of course, that eventually turned into an offer in June of 2018, and since then Tim Keenan has visited Tuscaloosa more than any other school. The Tide has continued to recruit him throughout his recruitment process, and now they have landed one of the guys who has been on their board for quite some time, a very, very long time. And I think this is a great pickup for the Tide and Tim Keenan. Of course, he does not fit the mold of the new school defensive linemen, more leaner guys who really express all-out athleticism. But I think Tim Keenan brings a lot to the table. This is a kid who stands at 6'2", weighs approximately 330 pounds at the moment. I think he has tremendous hand movement on the rush. I think that it's the strongest part of his game, the wide range of moves that he has in his repertoire when it comes to him rushing as a defensive lineman. I also think he's very strong. He knows how to use that body to his advantage. I think he's a space eater, most definitely. I think he has a lot of potential. As I said, I have seen him in action multiple times in the camp setting, in the game setting, and even most recently in a practice setting. And he has always impressed me. When I got a chance to see him at the Nike Opening Regional event in Atlanta, he was very impressive. He actually won the Defensive Lineman MVP award and beat out some pretty impressive defensive linemen. We're talking about guys who actually signed with Division I schools on last season in the 2020 recruiting class. I mean, when you look at Jamil Burrows, who signed with the Tide, McKinley Jackson, who the Tide was recruiting very hard, who eventually signed with Texas A&M. He also beat out Miles Murphy, who signed with the Clemson Tigers. He beat out the likes of those guys and a couple of other impressive defensive linemen to bring home that MVP award at the Nike Opening Regional in Atlanta. So this is a kid who is very impressive. I think he has a huge upside. I think he can be a great defensive lineman at the next level, and I think his athleticism is a bit underrated. I think that is something that he is going to show as he continues to grow during his senior season and also make the transition from high school to college. And he also knows he needs to work on his athleticism. He is aware of that, and I think that is something that is very important. He is aware that he will need to drop some weight, and he is aware that he wants to become more athletic. When I got a chance to talk with him on Thursday, he said he knows that he's a good offensive lineman, but he knows he needs to add some athleticism to his game, some more athleticism to become a great defensive lineman. So I really like that about Tim Keenan, a guy who is willing to work and knows what he needs to work on. So this is a great pickup for the Tide in my mind in the 2021 recruiting class, becoming their third defensive tackle commit, joining Quinn Barnes and five-star defensive tackle Damon Payne. I think Tim Keenan can do some great things in Tuscaloosa, continue the success that the Tide has had when it comes to developing Birmingham defensive linemen. Of course, looking at the likes of Deron Payne and also Quentin Williams, guys who he looks up to. So that is something also to note. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. You guys can check out our full coverage of Keenan's commitment, from the breaking news story, me breaking it down, him breaking down why he committed to the Tide. You guys can check out all of our coverage, and more coverage will continue to come of Tim Keenan's decision. As always, I am Justin Smith, the scouting and recruiting analyst, Touchdown Alabama magazine.